Lexi Byzantine will have another try. Line drive there, handled by Hernandez. Near side, Aguayo. Great range on the left. The poke from Maxwell, nothing doing. Tompkinson right in system.
Really powerful swing by Tompkinson.
And now got the monkey off their back, that early conference win. You can see that development.
And you can see every year this team is growing under her leadership, playing that ball on your side of the net so you can take that other swing.
Here's Sophie Randall on to serve. Bolin sets back to Garvey, and that's a flush finish. So now back to serve one more time. Della Mater, nice placement, back left corner to Kirsch. DeBoer can't find a hole. Byzantine now, beautiful. The previous years where it was a very lopsided battle, but Maxwell, Garvey, of course, there's a lot more talent in 25 with the Scarlet Knights, but what a response there.
More time to set up. They're shooting that ball out there to their pin, and they're up in the air before the ball is even set so they can have that open space to find.
Pretty amazing job just to keep it alive, but Aguayo goes for the finesse. It'll find some court.
So it's working.
A 6-foot freshman who consistently starts on Illinois. Extremely impressive. Bolin near side, Hardison perfectly in system. Here's Phelan, the assist woman. Byzantine off the knuckles. She'll be set up. And I'll say it did get a piece. Replay, you really could see it. Aguayo off the service game. Byzantine the first touch. See if they can send over the freebie. Dutton can. Left side to Bohr. Wow. That is just a laser in the right-hand corner.
But she'll keep it in.
Trying to find some momentum. Here's Aspen Maxwell. Aguayo the reception. She's set up and she caps it off. Back left corner finish. That one placed just on the left corner of the attack line, and it's Bolin to serve. Rutgers within 4, able to squash the run. The misdirection and the dump set will fall here for Phelan. First time we've seen that tonight.
And I think when you look at those stats, in the very end, Illinois is digging more balls right now than Rutgers, so it's providing.
UCLA fresh off a trip to Minnesota where they were victorious, and we're underway with Kate Duffy. Back to serve. Freshman setter to the right back. She'll pick up the first dig. That's Kong on the right side. An extended rally immediately takes shape, and Holly, the middles are there. Look at that, Schumacher under another. Leads the Pac-12 in digs. Finally, a little bit of offense from the Trojans finishes. From Sheridan Leverett, senior outside hitter. Talk about fabulous freshmen, we also have to talk about how much senior leadership matters as that one's fed into the middle. You nailed it, Holly, with the focus here in the middle. 28 aces on the season. This time cross court, she was going line to line. Big high swing, another dig from the Trojan side, and a straight down swing on that overpass from Urzua.
Eliana Urzua, number 17 in blue, has been
averaging over 3 kills per set, and more than 3 points per set, along with a couple of digs. She'll be asked to play some defense now in the middle back. Schumacher calls everyone off. Feeds the ball to the outside. Leverett cleans it. They break him out.
I love it.
If you haven't guessed it yet, Holly McPeak, a Bruin alumni, as that ball is blasted inside the block. Pamuina with the kill. Using the littles. Play a big role in volleyball. Back through that left side, dug up. SC, more middle back defense. Tip right over the top of the block. That one falling down the back. Holly McPeak, Heather Cox on the sideline. Tough overpass, couldn't get a good swing at it, and they pay the price. Perhaps a lost opportunity there, Schumacher. And Lutz in the service, and that is a sharp swing from Leverett, who returns to the front row. Dug over. Trying to go really fast to the pin, Schumacher, left hand. Fast the other way, and that'll do it.
To go to the middles.
Duffy down the line, that ball pushed. Oh, and playing outside for the touch. Duffy with a nice spot. As Leverett has been powering up here. Duffy again down the line. That one tight. Not a lot of options for the USC offense, but they find their way out. That one shot into the middle. Perfect delivery and connection. Yeah, high GPAs, a lot of National Honor Society. That ball thrown over. UCLA trying to generate a chance out of it. They do not get anything out of it. SC gonna come at you fast. There it is. A little too fast. Weejay going with the left hand twice. There's a high ball. Let her feast.
Track and field.
Said she ran the 300 hurdles.
Not easy races.
No.
4x100 as well. I think the 200 and another event.
Yeah, taking on a challenge, number 3. Challenge at the net here. She'll go right back into the middle. No footwork at all available. Twice. And the second one works. BK Kong still in there, and finally a connection. National experience, the U19 World Championship gold medal there. She may get it here again. No, that one scooped all the way to the other side. Rolls have really not been going down much here. You have to swing, and the Bruins do just out of the back row. Out of time. Another good touch from the Bruin block. Looking for the lead. Got it with authority. This program and this place can do for a young woman.
I love it. I feel like both coaches did that. Trying to get the best recruits.
Costs here for USC. Middle back attack tipped and finding the line. As it matters not. If you can't put a little pressure on your opponent, you have a hard time scoring any points. Deckert with the dig, and then the dump down goes for Leverett. Schumacher, this has been a scoring opportunity in this rotation. She's serving into traffic there. Lutz with the dig, long set. Another straight down kill. Leverett leveling up, 14 kills.
And she said some of the guys in those pictures are still my best friends. Nothing's changed since we played together. They made me feisty back then. They make me feisty now.
Big Ten continues to rise for this sport. Capable adds over the last few years to the Big Ten. Nebraska, USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington, historically all exceptional at volleyball. #1 Nebraska come November. Put it on your calendar, 14th and 16th. Pauly and Galen. And that ball is dumped over by Duffy.
Pushes it over. Michigan, right on cue. Serve came from Johnson and couldn't get the save on the other end. Iowa responds. Jacobs, her third serve. Quick movement from the Wolverines, and it's going to be answered by Iowa on that left side. Holly stepping up. Last 2 points awarded to the Hawkeyes. Michigan sets it up and launching. It's the response for Iowa. 5 points, now goes up to 6 points for Michigan by just a point. Early in set number 2. Cochran receives the serve. Set back up on that left or right side. And Sant will send it over. Michigan trying to respond immediately on the kill. Lit up and loading before it hits off the ceiling. It hit off the banner we play on. It's sent back over by Cochran. Light touch, and that's a beautiful play. Lucio takes the reception and a long stretch just hit in.
At right-hand front line, DeBoer and Burbage in on the mix. And now it's Vivian Campbell, the line drive serve. Byzantine, the reception, and Hardison, wow. Hardison will be back to serve. You just have to love Maxwell's reaction too. Rutgers in need of some energy. Is that it right there? But the response on the front row. So Aguayo now goes line drive. Dutton the reception. Bolin out to Garvey. The finesse falls and just one of the best service tenures of the night from the Scarlet Knights. Della Mater now, in a heartbeat. Plenty of aces as well, as the joust unintentionally created by Della Mater on the freebie. And now Illinois finds their stride a little. Set to serve, and she's been one of the better service players in all of the Big Ten over her tenure. One ace under her belt today, almost another there. You can see the aggression as Aguayo smashes it home on the back row.
Letting that ball get past her.
On to serve now, Kyla Kamala Bajette for the first time. The first year has seen some time as of late for the Scarlet Knights. Thrust into a big spot here in the third. Garvey the finesse. Back row underneath it, Hernandez, and now Rutgers in system. Robinson the flush.
And that has been working for
Rutgers staying alive. A big part of that has been Natalie Robinson. She was the star last night with 9. She's got 6 kills and keeping Rutgers alive with some mo, but a far side finish off the left hand of Auburn Tompkinson. Not going out easy here at home, trying to defend home territory. Phelan outside on the slide, and Philpott access to an amazing angle there.
but you have to be able to control those balls when you're in this situation.
Dutton now over to the left side. Beautiful slide and a beautiful flush. Kayla Burbage.
And Marquardt will send it over. Hits off the net, turns into a knuckleball. Light touch from Burke. Kept alive by Moisio, and another set for Jacobs, who just hit it on the line and in. Morgan Burke. And then Whittingstall with a perfect setup. Here in set number 3, Michigan controls the match so far, 2-0. Set up by Burke for Jacobs. Light touches denied by the Hawkeyes. Block on the other end kept alive. Cochran to Burke, over to Jacobs. Jacobs swings it in. And then Amaral set up. Verez, who else? Moisio kept it up. Stuck up and alive by McMillan. And then on the other end, Simon makes it 21-19. Whittingstall goes to serve. Johnson with the set for Jacobs. Change up on that. Whittingstall sends it back over. Cochran up in the air. And then a nice kill from Simon. Lit up. Amaral. Set up perfectly for Van Sant. Whittingstall was the one who started us here. Kept alive by Johnson. Amaral, left hand. Cochran puts it up in the air. Johnson finds the back corner. Jason, another one we haven't heard a lot of. It's Bamus in that front row. Van Sant. This one far. Moisio kept it alive. Now Cochran on the other end. And right on cue. On the serve. Iowa able to corral that one. Over to the left. Back up. McMillan set up. Nambio! 1-point game. Match is the longest run that they've had in this match today. McMillan again. Amaral. And then Iowa responds right on cue. Stojanovic. Most ties we've had in a set was 11 back in the second. 22 all. Jacobs with the kill. McMillan. Dug out by Iowa. Sent over in this match will stay alive. She'll jump into this one. Put some heat behind it. Amaral up to Cochran, who puts it up for Burke. Jacobs will send it away. Cochran back up. Jacobs will put it into the air. Set piece that goes a little too far. Iowa now with the chance. Sent back. Perez will keep it alive again. On September 12th against Virginia, it was a loss. Response. Famous.
Has been so fun to see so many different players shaking each other's hands, reconnecting after some time off.
Let's rock and roll from Rec Hall. Swing from Bullington. Under it's Jocelyn Nathan. Martin with a swing. Free ball from Gabrielle Gary. The other middle blocker. Right over my head, and the first point of the match. 1-0 Northwestern. Addie Lyons serves the Nittany Lions. And now Bullington opposite pin.
And what their team is already doing so far.
A dig is a dig no matter really what body part you use. And Kennedy Martin gets kill number 1 in their annual whiteout game. Another Chicago native and Jillian Grimes. Pops it over for Penn State. Big swing from El Nadi. Joust at the net. Hot pushes it back. Free ball from Lyon. To Bullington. Rinse and repeat. Great dig from Ava Faldudo, getting underneath it. Reed, got it. So one of 2 starting liberos for the Wildcats. Tim Nolan talked about kind of the balance of having 2 liberos and 2 setters as well. We'll touch more on that as the night goes on. Great dig from Kennedy Martin. Running up his Emmy Selman off the hands. Mendelson finds the hardwood. Down 8-7 early on in the first frame. Martin a bit from the 10-foot line. Martin again. And got the corner right on the line.
No, don't use it, as she was confident that that play was not going to be overturned.
Again, it shows kind of the player-coach dynamic, trusting the players out on the court. Lyon sets for Mendelson. Where every time a coach called a timeout, they wouldn't get the point out of it.
Until the 5th and final set.
Here comes Martin. And that's just your typical Kennedy Martin swing. Now the libero Drew Wright. Lyon for Mendelson.
Have the most assertive block on some of their best hitters. So by Penn State always moving, you're going to see a lot more kills out of that slide position when it's effective.
Big swing from El Nadi.
It's just, the experience just means so much, especially when you play at this high of a level.
That's Penn State softball's Michaela Barbonette, for those that don't know. Line over to Selman. To go cross court. It sounds so basic, but it's hard to do when you're in the heat of the moment. And volleyball is a game of errors. That was a direct quote from Katie Schumacher-Colley this week at media. And Kennedy Martin on her 12th attack gets her 6th kill, no errors, so she's hitting an even 500.
Kennedy Martin from behind the 10.
Joust at the net, slammed down by Gabrielle Gary. That's where Rec Hall was where women's basketball used to start, but they played their first season actually in the White Building, which is now just a student gym on campus. There's your nugget of information for the afternoon, which is more than Penn State's been able to say for a lot of their games, where it's sometimes just been Kennedy Martin. Straight ahead for Gabrielle Gary.
As somebody attacking the block, you don't want to do that again.
Absolutely nothing Lauren Carter could do. More service pressure from Jillian Grimes. Reed runs up. Sent back by Martin. Now opposite pin, Penn State recycles. And Martin with the big paw. It's a 6-0 run for the blue and white.
Going hard, so if you're going to go hard, you're going to miss hard.
There are 3 players on Penn State permitted to do a jump serve, and they all do it in radically different ways. Martin out of the back row, and that is what makes defenses shiver.
Towards the 10-foot line, allowing Martin to really get on top of the ball and put it down for a kill.
She perfectly found the hole between Simkis and El Nadi. And El Nadi, speaking of,
And it's typically in this sort of rotation with Addie Lyon on the block on the outside hitter.
the line will set for Emmy Selman. She'll get kill number 2. And kind of game by game, really getting a feel for how this Penn State team operates. Mendelton straight away. We highlighted her after set 1, making her name known in set 2 as well. Just 4th on the team. And Mendelton again out of the middle. And Simkis also subs in for Northwestern. Drew Wright drops Faldudo to her knees. Here comes Martin, shoving it through. And got it past Simkis and Rylan Reed.
Not the exact way you would want that to go, especially because that could have been a command point for Northwestern.
Reed with the roll shot. Jaravicious wonky angle.
Able to hit those defenders is really tough to defend.
Hop on the slide. Kicked up by Paris, and they get the kill. Lexi Jin looking for her first collegiate ace. Won't get it there. But Almati had to go off speed. Al-Nadi terminates it. 5 kills for her. Jaravicious has to back up. No one's home. And that's how set 2 comes to an end, a 25-20. And for good reason. Selman gets a clean contact. Martin out of the back row.
For Balloon, there has to be a relationship there, and relationships build culture.
And the idea was courtesy of assistant coach Jackie Scott that put clues throughout the week leading up. Fun fact about Northwestern is that they actually have more school-owned beaches than the University of Miami, a team that just upset Pitt this week as well. So there's your little one fact. That one's on the house from Big Ten Plus. Bullington swing, even a better dig from Jillian Grimes. Punch up from El Nadi. Great defense on both sides of the net. Back to Martin. Cross court. Kennedy Martin.
After they got the kill there, although they did not get the point, she just smiled it off and is ready to go this time.
El Nadi has 4 digs. She's made every one of them in a very flashy way. Bullington finds the soft spot. Grimes sends the back line retreating. Coast to coast in the Big Ten as well, thanks to their chartered flights that they also use. Faldudo running up is Jaravicious, looking for a touch, and this time she will get it.
And not miss that much class time. Although it doesn't sound like all good and fun and games like it did in kindergarten when you got to miss school, but now that you're in college, missing school isn't the greatest thing, especially when you're at an institution, a top 6 institution academically, like Coach Nolan said.
10 play, and this Sunday on the road against Maryland. Selman off the hands. Here comes El Nadi. Huge arm from El Nadi. Make Candy Martin take 70 swings. We want that. She has 32 so far. El Nadi down the line. She's the visiting team up 1. Martin has to track it. Selman. Weird angle. Carter to Gary. Penn State trying to reset, and Emmy Selman finds some hand.
Every time we talk to coaches or players, they mention how important serve pass is and how they do so much of it. Even on their off days, they're coming in to do serve pass because it is a staple in being successful.
Back in the game for the Nittany Lions and serving. Reed underneath it. El Nadi. El Nadi goes back to serve. Lyon pushes for Martin.
Here in set number 4.
Middleton tried to do it again. Reed from the midpoint under its Grimes. And that's how you get it done, Kenny Martin. Kill number 21.